Hello everyone, welcome back to class of C programming. This time we are really getting into chapter 8, strings. Remember, in our C class, so far we covered 3 different data types, int, double, and char. Char, it is for character. And then you may wonder what is a string. Simply put, a string, it is an array of characters. A string, it is an array of characters. So from chapter 7, we kind of already see something about strings. When you have an array of characters, basically it is a string. So this is the example from the previous lecture. Basically, I defined an array of characters, 10 characters with the name C. And also, again, don't forget, the index of an array starts with 0. It does have 10, it could have 10 characters. But anyway, the first character starts with C0. And the last character, it is C9, okay, C9. And also we can declare an array with any name. Remember the arrangement for the name of the C language, and actually I believe I still have the arrangement of C, the make us user-defined name or identifier. And well, a name, any name or identifier is a user-defined identifier. It could starting with a letter or underscore mark, and followed by the mixture of letters, uppercases, lowercases, digits from 0 to 9 on the underscore mark. And also make sure you know an identifier you create really cannot start with a digit, okay, because it says it will have to start with either a letter or the underscore mark, but not a digit. But a digit could be somewhere in the middle, and you can use multiple digits, multiple letters. But the digits only can be somewhere in the middle, or it could be the last one. Okay. So this is the way to you create a name or identifier for the C language. So this time I try to define 2 different strings, an array of characters. It is a string, and the first string, it is named as F name and with a length of 15. The second string, it is the last name, the length it is 12. Okay. And basically they are perfectly declared. And also you may want to understand that when you declare a variable, the variable may have a value, okay, or may have different values. So when you make the declaration of a string, at the same time, you also can make assignment, initial assignment for the string. And so this one, what I declared here in this example, I declared a string, my underscore name of length 10. And also you go by Will, so I put the name Will there. And this time you want to think a little more careful, okay. What I declared here, it is a string of 10 characters. But anyway, indeed, my name only have 4 characters. And then you may wonder why not simply declare the array as 4 characters. And well, I'm going to say when you write a program, when you code, well, you will have to handle different names under the same variable. And certainly, you may have a name, David, and then in that case, it would be 5 characters. And someone may have a name even longer or shorter. And then you really don't want to declare the name with different lengths. That would be very inconvenient. So what I want to tell you here is a small trick, or maybe that makes the handling of characters or strings in C language particularly harder. Okay, the way in C language to handle the string length, it's not necessarily the actual length declared in the string. Okay, it is the end of the string. We always put an extra character /0. And remember, we have those things already. /n, it is one of the escape sequence. which means changing to a new line. It is a character. It is an ASCII code. But anyway, it's not, well, actually, this one's visible if you understand, because it's changing to a new line. And /0, somewhat I just play same role. It has a different ASCII value. But anyway, it is simply used to denote the end of a string. So when I declare the string of length 10, which really means I could save up to 10 characters. And indeed, I really could actually only have 9, well, not in this array, the string of length 10, only 9 characters are active. Because whenever we declare string, okay, the compiler, okay, the computer always port /0 to denote the end of the string, /0, it is special character, denotes the end of string. And the /n, it is a new line. By the way, well, even we say arrays, string, it is an array of characters. And also in writing, you want to be very careful. In C language, a single character, it is included with the single pair of prime notation. Okay, a string, it is included with a pair of the double quotation mark. And also, I really want to say, you may want to know, this denotes string W, even though the string may only have one character. But anyway, in C language, you mean when the string of one character, would it make a difference of a character, a single character? I really want to say they are different. They are different. Consider they are different. Okay. A string is different from a character, especially in a case when you have string with only one character, and still it is not the same as a char type, a single char type. Okay. And the next line I want to highlight here is, well, I'm not sure if it's confusing or not. A string, really, the name of a string, it is the name of an array. And I should have mentioned earlier, and the name of an array, indeed, it turns out to be a pointer. Okay. And this line, the line on the very top, it is true, it is correct. The compiler doesn't recognize, doesn't understand what you want to do. Okay, and you declare a string of length 10, and initially it has a value of will. And this line here is, say, somewhat you only declared a string without the initialization. Let me just put it in this way. Okay, you declare a string my underscore name with length 10, and then maybe later on you want to decide, okay, at this moment I'm handling a guy named Will. So you put the name Will there. Equal sign, it is the assignment operator. It may make a perfect sense, but anyway, I really want to see somewhat it is not correct. It is not the correct assignment in the C language. So in the comment part, I put this is not a valid C language assignment statement. Because you really want to have, you need to think very carefully. Okay, either way, my name 10, or I think I maybe put it in this way. You see, that's an array. I'm assigning a value to an array. Okay, but anyway, it is simply not correct because my underscore name, it is the name of the array. Anyone remember or anyone can tell what is the actual meaning of the name of an array in C language? In C language, we have variables, the name of the variable, and also now we have the name of the array. What is the actual meaning of the name of an array? Well, I'm just going to tell you. Well, we have variables, 3 types of variables: integer type, double type, char type, and also we have pointers. Okay, a variable has an address. The address of the variable, it is the pointer. And indeed, if you think very carefully, the name of a pointer, it is the name of an array, it is a pointer. So the name of the string I declared here, it is a pointer. Now I hope you see it is clear. You cannot assign actual value to a pointer. A pointer, it is used to keep an address. So you put a well, I mean, especially you put an actual value to an address as an address, it really does not make sense. So this is simply, it is not correct. This simply, it is not correct. Okay, this simply, it is not correct. And you want to be very careful. You want to be very careful. And then you may wonder how we can make an assignment. Well, say if I declared a string without the initial assignment, and then how do we make a change or assign a value to that string? String with 20 characters. And one way to assign value to this declared string, you can use the standard import function scanf. And so this thing really I want to know here is somewhat real. We mentioned that there are 3 data types: int, double, and char. Each has a specific placeholder. And now we also have a specific placeholder for string type. Okay, string type, and it is %s. It is %s. And also it's worth to mention, well, you really need to understand the actual meaning in the C language. Usually when we take something import, let's say if we want to take an import of integer type, %d, and then we put the variable name there, right? And also we understand that we need to put an ampersand. Say we have the variable x, ampersand x, scanf. Okay, this is how we take the import for for integer correct. Let's say x is declared an integer. And then you may wonder, am I missing anything here? Maybe should we put an ampersand? Well, my answer is we don't, because it goes back to the old question again. What is the actual meaning of a string name? The actual meaning of string name, it is a pointer. It is an address already. So when you want to have an argument as output, you put an address there. Output argument for the function. Address, it's already the address. There's no need to put another ampersand there. So this is the special thing about the way to handle the string. That is partly the reason we put the discussion of the string as a separate chapter. And very similarly, when you have a string as output argument, well, it works like the same old way again. %s to match the string. Okay, scanf. When you want to have the string variable as an import output argument, there's no need to put ampersand there, because string itself, it is already, the string name itself, it is already an address. So this is the basic introduction of string. Okay. And a string, it is an array of characters, and practically, and not just practically, it is always true in C language. The end of the string will have to be the end of string mark /0 there, which means, in other words, I'm saying when you have my underscore name string of length 10, only there are 9 characters, they are usable. And sometimes you could say, okay, I have 10 characters, they still work perfectly fine. I would have to say that's, well, you're lucky enough. But anyway, strictly speaking, when you declare a string of 10 characters, basically you only can actually occupy 9 actual characters, because the last character, it is always placed as the end of string characters. Certainly, when you have a string which is shorter or not shorter, so the end of string mark, the character, it is placed right after the end of the string. And also, speaking of string import and output, we do have a new placeholder mark here, %s. Especially you may want to know when string as an output argument, there's no need to put ampersand. There's no need to put ampersand. And let's take a break. Thank you for watching.